So for you, what is Islam in kind of a nutshell, or the basic core beliefs, stuff like that?
Okay, so let's go through that in few minutes. So, what Islam means, what the word means, and what is the essence of Islam is submission. Okay, so some like to say that Islam is like more from salam, and salam is peace, but I think it is uh, one of the meanings. You can say that Islam, proclaims salam, proclaims peace. But Islam is actually much more than that, because Islam is everything. It is complete submission to the will and the doctrines of God in one's life, whether that is in peace or war, or in economics, or in family life, or in personal life, or your views of things, or your approach to business, or to interpersonal conduct, or international conduct, or in international politics, etc. So what Islam is submission to God. From this perspective, Muslims who understand Islam also understand that the religion of Islam that came with Prophet Muhammad is just the final phase of the larger religion of submission, which is the religion of Jesus, Moses, Abraham, up to Adam. Because all of them, essentially, if you read the gospel, I'm sure you did. So if you read the gospels, you will find that what was the way of life of Jesus? It is that he submits himself to whatever God wants him to do, right? Same goes for Moses, for Abraham, etc. So to Muslims, all of those prophets, of course, the vision of who Jesus is to Muslims is that he's a prophet. Which might be different, for example, from the views of many of the Christian sects and of Jews, for example. But for us, Jesus is a great prophet, like Moses, like Prophet Muhammad. A Muslim has to believe in all of those prophets to be a Muslim. So you cannot say I'm a Muslim but not believe in Jesus, or in Moses, or in Abraham. You cannot. You will cease to be a Muslim, just as if you say, I don't believe in Prophet Muhammad. When you say the name of any of those, you'd say, peace be upon them all. So that's how.
And you would have to also, I'm assuming, embrace like the entirety of the Quran. You couldn't like pick and choose what pieces you believe in.
Absolutely. So if you go back to the definition of Islam, which is submission, so it is an essential part of submission that you don't pick and choose, right? Because if you're picking and choosing, where does that make submission, end at? It's not submission if you pick and choose. If it is upon your own picking, then it is upon your own desire, so there is no submission at all. And hence, picking and choosing, whether you pick 1 out of 100 or 99 out of 100, the remainder means that you're not in submission. So you can be weak. Okay, you can say, I am submitting to all of God's commands. I know that they are, that I'm obliged, but I know that I need to get better in this and that and that and the other one. It's different than I'm breaking the traffic light because I do not acknowledge the authority of the state, for example, to put traffic law. This is one kind of, disobedience. And there is another kind of disobedience. I know that I should follow the traffic lights, but I was lazy, I was not observant, I was, in a hurry or whatever. So
stop signs are just suggestions.
Yeah. So, those are two different things. So primarily submission means you accept God's law as the one and ultimate measure of how you should be, and you do your best to follow. So if you do not follow 100%, it means you're a little bit sinful or much sinful. But you consider it a sin and you try to be better and you repent, etc. So this is the essence of Islam. So yeah.
Thank you for listening to that interview clip. If you enjoyed it and you want to listen to full interviews and learn more about religion, not just from academia, but from people who actually believe in these religions, subscribe to this podcast. And as always, friends, go out there and light the world yourselves.